The Mission Continues is a national veteran service and volunteer organization dedicated to empowering veterans to serve under-resourced communities across the U.S. And the mission is coming to Tampa Bay. I am so thankful to learn more today, and I am so thankful that Sabrina Stewart is here to do the job. Welcome, Sabrina.
Good morning, Natalie. I'm really happy to be here.
I'm so happy to learn more. First and foremost, thank you for your sacrifices that you've made to this country and your service. And I think that that's, of course, where the mission continues kind of picks up
exactly.
that time of going from service in one way to maybe giving back in another. Tell me about the Mission Continues.
So it's a really great organization. I am so thankful that I found it when I did, soon after my departure from the Air Force. I was definitely struggling a little bit, and it was like showing up and meeting friends, like walking lockstep with people who understood that without even having to say it. So something that the Mission Continues does amazingly is begin to help veterans create identity and connection in the community.
Yeah.
So we love serving, but serving your country and serving your community are very different. The Mission Continues tackles this by partnering with local nonprofits and community leaders who have a pulse in the community and understand what the needs are and who can really help them identify those. And we kind of bring the manpower. And so we identify what the goal and the mission is, and service members bring all of their military history and experience, and they put it back to work. And it happens almost seamlessly every time, on the surface anyway, but it's phenomenal.
It just seems like it's both sides are victorious.
Absolutely.
In a way. And I want to talk real fast about, the coming to Tampa Bay portion, because I know there have been communities served all across the country. Why Tampa Bay? This makes sense. We have such a large military base.
We were so excited when we got selected. So the Mission Continues is a national organization.
Okay.
There's 50 chapters, or what we call platoons, around the country. The Tampa platoon is the local one here. And this year, well, every year, they do a mass deployment. 4 to 5 days, they bring veterans from all around the country to one city, and they do a huge mass effort to help that city just get some of their underfunded or under-resourced priorities met. And Tampa is the ninth location for this big endeavor, and it couldn't come at a more timely moment after the hurricanes and just a lot of the things that the community is going through. And we have so many veterans here. I'm excited to just make more connections and build more community with them.
Well, and I want to talk a little bit about your journey, because it's interesting to hear some of the things that you say, like you're given a mission, literally, you're given a task. Those are things that you were able to do when you were serving the country and with the Air Force in your situation. Talk about what it's done for you, and how this is something that if a veteran perhaps is on the fence or watching this now, why they need to go ahead and take advantage.
So you are faced with a lot of questions coming at you from every direction when you leave the service. What are you going to do next? Where are you going to live next? What do you want to do? What's going to kind of help you live out the rest of your life as purposeful as you've just left this chapter in your life? And what the Mission Continues did for me is help me make Tampa my home. Mind you, I had lived here for 5 years while I was on active duty, and it's just been in the last 4 years that, since I've been out, that this now feels like my home. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and just as much as I love that place, I love Tampa just as much. I have friends, I have community, I have support. I met other veterans who encouraged me no matter what it was I felt I needed to accomplish that day or at that time in my life, and they had resources to share. Honestly, just a comforting pat on the back or I see you type thing. There is still that need for belonging, and the Mission Continues feels that in multiple ways.
It sounds like it's invaluable. I mean, just the way that you were saying, there's so many.
We get more than we pay for sure.
I am so glad you had the time to come in and share this important information. We, of course, want to share it so our viewers at home can learn more as well. Thank you. The Mission Continues. What a great organization, and so happy they're now in Tampa Bay.